From the very beginning.
From the very beginning.
All right. Well, I was cutting grass and I wanted to make it look better, so I started cutting on a hill, and I got it stuck, and my dad came and lifted it off the hill. So then I got it stuck again, being me. I put it in reverse, and I got behind it, and it caught traction on the ground and backed over my leg. And then it rolled back and broke my leg, pulled my skin apart and everything. So I seen bone and everything, all that, the nasty stuff. And, I didn't cry though, I guess, because I was in shock. So I mean, just sitting there watching it run over my leg. I mean, I was just in shock. I was just sitting there, just. That's the first story. My house is like, it's surrounded by trees all around us. Well, yeah, my dad grows chickens for Case Farms. We start off with little peepees, or as you would call them, chicks. And we grow them for about 2 months. It was 9 weeks, about 2 months. And they grow to from like 1 pound up to 10 pounds in 2 months.
When he was a baby, I used to carry him around on my back till he fall asleep. So he kind of been born and raised in the chicken house. I said, Daddy, I look, where Joseph at? He's going down to the chicken house. He'll call me. He said, well, I'm finished up down here. I'll be heading back to the house in a little bit.
You going on the 4-wheeler, or am I going with you? Am I going on the 4-wheeler with you? My dream is to, I want to run track, and I want to play football too. So I want to go off to college and study computer science, because I'm pretty good with computers. My dad says I'm pretty good with computers. Static pressure, the lights, variable lights, heaters, water meters. Then I can go into I want to go into the Navy, and if I take ROTC in college, I can go in as a lieutenant. I can go in and be like a computer technician or something that deals with computers.
Your bone is healing beautifully. I'm not gonna tell you can walk yet though, even though I want to, because it's too soon. It shouldn't look this good. That's good. And the knee bends, and kick it out straight. How strong are you? Hold it strong. Strong, 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 strong.
When they first talked about putting doing the other procedure, I was against that. And they talked about the grossness of it, with the rods, the pin sticking out his leg. But I'd do whatever, it took. So then he said then they had this procedure that's when he told me about Dr. Casey and how she may be able to help me.
Joseph is a 14-year-old boy that I met when one of my partners referred him to me for a limb length discrepancy. He actually had a trauma to his knee several years prior, and this resulted in a growth arrest, meaning that part of his knee was not going to grow anymore. So when he came in for another injury, it was noticed that one femur was significantly shorter than the other femur. So they brought him to me to see if we could do something to lengthen his short femur.
About a month later, I went to the hospital and had surgery done, and they put 2 screws in my knee and 2 screws in my hip. Slid the nail in between the bone.
So in a procedure like this, the care and the responsibility of the treatment is mostly on the parents. Like, I do the easy part. The parents and the child, they have to do the day-to-day, stick-with-it part. And so every single day, 3 times a day, he has to put the device on his leg to lengthen the nail. and he had to do therapy type exercises to make sure that he didn't lose motion in the joint above and below the bone we're lengthening, so that would be his knee and his hip. And then at certain points, I had to prevent him from weight bearing on it, which I know he wanted to do very much, because his bone wasn't ready, and he is an amazing young man, so he thought he was ready. So we kind of had to hold him back a little bit, and that takes a lot of compliance from the patient. So Joseph played a huge role in his recovery, and has done an amazing job.
As I watched him as he went down there and looked at the x-rays and watched how the bone began to grow back in his leg, I had no idea that something like that, bones would grow and back like that. I had no idea. To watch it, I couldn't wait to get down there the next time to see how much more it done growed. So I'm just thankful.
Being able to start running again is good. It feels good. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'm about 10. I'm about 10. Back walking fine. So.
Dr. Casey done an amazing job. She done an amazing job. She's a blessing, you know. I knew when I first met her, I know she could do the job. It just, something inside of me, my gut just told me, you know, because the way she talked seemed like the confidence that she had in what she was doing. And from that time on, I never lost a minute of sleep. I never thought that he couldn't get back like he was. Ain't no words I know that how thankful I am for what she done.
Well, my leg was where my leg had stopped growing, and so I went to OrthoCarolina, Dr. Casey, and strengthened it. I made it longer. Made my leg longer. And now my leg is the same length as the other one. And I'm happy, I really am. I'm happy. So if you need anything, if your leg is like mine, if your leg is stopped growing or shorter than the other one, go to OrthoCarolina. Ask for Dr. Casey. She'll help you out.
Is there anything else you'd like to say or anything?
Nah. Go Duke!
Go do.